Okay, it's the 26th of July, day 7 of traveling. And we started our day at Tim Hortons. Then we go to this great looking overlook. See in the background there, the stairs on the hill? Okay, those stairs are like 500 steps. I'm not a cardio kind of guy like BB-8 is. So turns out that BB-8 talked to a guy down at Tim Hortons who said, don't bother taking the stairs. That's what all the fitness freaks do. You guys are on bikes. As long as you're down on Harleys, you can go up this hill. So we did just that. And so this is sort of just us making our way up the hill here. I was going to cut it down, but it was actually a nice little road. And really beautiful day. And what's funny is we got the top. So the first 5 minutes of this video is us going up to the top of this hill. We got to the top. There were hikers up there just staring at us like we were crazy. Even though we... I don't know how he got in that position. I guess he was going to go left. And I don't know. They thought we were just crazy for or wondering how we got up this hill. It was really nice. This is St. Anthony, Newfoundland. It is our first... This was our first... Well, we arrived in Newfoundland yesterday. Got a hotel room instead of camping at the RV park because of the rain. And then this is our first day, full day in Newfoundland. And it was very, very windy and still very, very wet. So, yeah, we knew there was a road, though, because if you look at the top, there's a cell phone tower. So, obviously, they had to have roads to get up here. This isn't anything treacherous. Still a really, really nice ride, though. BB-8 picks better lines than I do. So he stops at the top here, and I'm like, hey, we down to the right there, see the people on the edge. They walk through those stairs. I'm like, hey, we should keep going. You want to do it? I didn't really record getting up here, or maybe I did. There's so much wind that the audio from this clip didn't even come out at all. But that's St. Anthony in the background. You can see where I'm pointing is going to be the hotel we stayed at. Look on the right side there in the water. You can see the glacier that we had seen or iceberg we had seen the previous day. So it's pretty cool. It's got an idea of kind of how much ground we covered. It's just a little inlet, little bay there. Maybe I had not ridden up there yet, but yeah, we followed this road. Oh yeah, I did. So I had went down the valley and then back up to the top of this hill thing here, and then BB-8 points out to me that there's just broken glass everywhere. So we had to leave there expeditiously and with care. And I think there's someone over here, can't hiker or something. It's funny that we really had no business being up here. It's possible to make it down there. It's just I don't want to tear up the ground coming back up. Possible to go down there, but we'll end up tearing up the ground to come back up. I'm not going to do that. The grass will take a beating if we try to get back up here.
Huh?
It's possible to go down there, but we'll end up tearing up the ground to come back up. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
The grass.
I want this to turn on. I want to videotape it. Oh, we're good.
I'm going to put my gloves on at the bottom.
Let's go it.
I was gonna edit this part out, but it was such a nice ride. And so close to the city, but yet such a nice little trail, so we'll leave it there till we get to the bottom.
I think that's the road we're supposed to take. Maybe not. Adam loves his water. So we're on our way to the Viking houses, whatever. This is beautiful. Boy, yesterday was extraordinarily crappy. Not quite sure where we are. Well, it's a nice day, but this is the most brutal part of the island. This is right out there. Man, is there the wind is crazy.
Okay. All right, we are in Lance Meadows, and we're walking out. Here's the visitor center up here. Be a nice house, actually. It's right into the wall there. We are walking out here. Are you following me? Hi guys. So this is the Viking Park. It's a Parks Canada site. It was like $12 a person to walk down this thing, and they show you what the Viking houses may have looked like based on their imagination and some building footprints. We weren't really a fan of this. Kind of out of the way, and not much really to see there. And then we left, and holy crap, wind. So the rest of this video is us complaining about 40-mile-an-hour wind gusts throwing us into oncoming traffic, and this is it.
Alright, so we're heading south. And the wind is just ferocious. I thought I was going to go for a trip there at once. I'm sure it's coming across on the speakers, but... watching Adam tucked down behind his helmet, or windshield completely there. A lot of ice. This is nuts. Guy in the vehicle, I think, just pointing out how crooked we are.
Found a lunch spot. It was recommended to us from a lady that runs a gas station. We had to stop to get out of the wind, and she said, we'll go another 15 clicks, and this is a great restaurant. The local favorite was a cheeseburger with fresh cut fried potatoes alongside a piece of fried chicken breast. It was really, really good.
Well, we made it back down to the other side of the coast there. Still on the west side of the island. The wind is just absolutely brutal.
The scenery along the, I should turn the volume down too, along the north side of Newfoundland, beautiful. Really, really beautiful. But from about, I guess, 11 a.m. until 6 p.m., it was just, we just fought wind. I turned about 2 hours of GoPro footage into like the next 5 or 10 minutes because it was just, it was beautiful, but it was camera shake. You couldn't hear me talk. There's some points where we were just covered in rain. The whole thing was just, yeah, kind of a failure from a video perspective. It's beautiful, right? It's gorgeous, but you know, I think this was us heading south now down to Gros Morne. Really amazing, but we were basically staying in the middle of the lane because wind was throwing us left and right. If I had stayed on the far left, I would have like hit oncoming traffic. And we took a few spots like this that were cool. And once again, you can't hear anything we're saying here. It's just useless with the wind pushing us around. It breaks for like this area. It's totally not surfable at all. There's no way you can surf this because it's breaking right on the rocks. So that was cool. So just a few more clips of us again enduring wind, and then we stop at the what is that place called?
Alright, so we're heading south. I don't know if you guys can see that because it's so stinking windy, my helmet's shaking. The mountain goes right up to the clouds. So pretty much these really small rolling hills up to this point. Hopefully we get into the mountains to kill.
We've made it to the Arches. Actually, I totally forgot about this attraction, but now I remember. It's called the Arches Provincial Park. It's basically just a big rock that's been carved out by, I would assume, at least 5 years of heavy waves, maybe 10 years. You have really, really shiny rocks on the ground. You can climb up it, which we did, and it was really, really cool to see this. It was obviously low tide. Everything was wet beneath us. You know, I never would have seen all these rocks if it was during high tide. and just really cool. And it was a little bit of a break from the wind, although the audio was still clipping like crazy. I'm explaining various stuff here, but it's not even worth keeping in. I need to drop the volume down to account for this. Um, yeah, it was cool. It was definitely cool to see this. And I literally were just driving past it, and I saw the arches. Like, oh yeah, that was a place that someone told us to stop. So here we are.
They're really slippery. And the salt walls are really smooth as well from the waves. Actually, it was like this when I was in the office. So I Bermuda. It wasn't like this, where it was just like this. And the muddy you get, how's the view? Oh, really? Now we're on top of it. It's down there.
Huh? Oh, then he did. He what? He bought a brand new bike.
And here we are, still fighting wind. You can see I'm pointing out here. You really can't hear me. I'm pointing out here, kind of the clouds are moving to the east. There's a little bit of sunlight on the right-hand side. I think we're going to be okay. And actually, when we roll up to the park, it's finally sunny. It rains again that evening, but it's sunny for a long enough time for us to get our tent set up, and then it starts raining again, and it rains well the next day too. And I won't ruin that for you guys. I'll wait till you see the next episode. But we stayed at Greenpoint that evening. Awesome campground, wonderful facilities like showers, really clean bathrooms, a kitchen, a heated kitchen. Really, really nice facilities, and we had a blast.
Well, we're getting close to our campsite at like Grossmore Park, and it's supposed to be really mountainous, but it's so cloudy. And I know it's gonna be hard picking it up with the GoPro shaking like crazy, but I hope you. I mean, they're gonna look like little turds in the video, but those things are huge. I can barely see them, and the wind has not let up yet. Still just pounding. The video quality is so horrible, but probably will be. Oh.
All right, we're in the kitchen
Sure.
room at the Greenpoint Campground. There's this sign right here. It says no wine or
Large beer bottles.
large beer bottles. That's a dumb rule. So we have adapted. I should come back to 1x here. Oh, hold on. So our adaptation is we have two hats. And anyone that comes in and sees us drinking little tiny sips out of these is not going to be stupid to the fact of what's going on, but it's just the reality. And it is really raining hard outside, so we don't want to.
We're doing shots of hot sauce.
So we don't want to be on the rain, and we also don't want to talk through our tents. Cause that's stupid. It's like two boys. You're like, hey, summer party's over. Go to bed. So we're drinking in the kitchen.